Hey y'all, and welcome to the Crazy Sock Lady podcast YouTube channel. My name is Kay, and this is my channel where I chat about all of my knitting and crocheting and crafting adventures. So today is Wednesday, March 4th, and we are here for episode 90. That's kind of crazy. We're almost to 100 episodes. So I've got a lot to chat about today. I have a finished object. I have 2 new designs that have released since the last episode. I have a couple of works in progress, a package I received in the mail. So I hope that you have got your beverage of choice. I hope you've got some knitting. I've got coffee because it's in the morning. Maybe you're watching in the evening and you have some wine or a beer or a cocktail or tea. Let's get started. So you can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as The Crazy Sock Lady. And I do have a Ravelry group for this podcast. If you head over to Ravelry, up at the top, hit the groups tab, type in Crazy Sock Lady podcast in the search bar, you're going to find the group right there. There will also be links everywhere down below to all the places you can find me, show notes, any shops that I talk about, anything along those lines. So today, first up, let's chat about the Ravelry group for just a moment. I want to remind you guys that the Stash Busters Cal is going on right now, and that is a knit along. You can crochet for it as well. I don't mind if you do a crochet project and enter that. That of course counts. But anyways, I am co-hosting that with Julie from Twin Stitches Designs podcast, and there are chatter threads and finished object threads in both of our groups. I did a video that's up here on YouTube chatting about the knit along, going through the rules and different things as far as how you can get extra entries, all of that fun stuff. And I will link that video down below for you guys if you want to find out more information about the knit along. And I do want to say for the knit along, I had been accepting Q1 prizes. I think we're pretty good on Q1 prizes. We have quite a few. So if you're a maker and you want to donate to Q2, I'm going to go ahead and open that up because Q1 does end the end of this month, the end of March. So if you want to donate something for a prize for Q2, just send me an email. My email will be linked down below this episode, and just let me know. We also have a Swapless Swap that's open in the group right now. If you've never heard of the Swapless Swaps, what that is just a way to try out a new yarn dyer by getting some minis. There's a different yarn dyer listed for each swap that goes up. This one right now is with Spectacular Yarns, and you get 10 40-yard minis. The price varies depending on where it's shipping to because shipping is included in the price. So it'll vary from $35 to $45. I will link the thread down below so that you can find out more information and sign up if you want. The money is due and it closes on March 31st. So you still have a little bit of time this month to check it out and see if it's something you're interested in. So I have had 2 new designs released since the last episode. It was a fun and exciting weekend for that. So let's chat about those for a moment. They are a set, the Sweetheart set. The first one is the Sweetheart Socks. Now, I do have a video on Ravelry where I chatted about these on the release day, so I will link that below if you want a more in-depth look into the designs and hear some more about them, but I will just show them quickly and go over all the coupon codes. So this is the Sweetheart Socks. The pattern is written for cuff down. There are instructions for a slip stitch heel flap. There are video tutorials throughout the pattern. There's a tutorial for the cast on, tutorial for how to Kitchener your toe, and stitch tutorials as well. So there is a fun faux kind of cabling down the front. It does look like a cable. It is not a traditional cable. It is super fun to do. So I hope that you guys will check this one out. Then there's also the Sweetheart mitts. This will give you a closer look at the detailing of the pattern. So the mitt pattern as well has instructions video tutorials for a cast on, a sewn bind off, as well as the stitch tutorials. I'm really enjoying offering those tutorials in the patterns. I hope that you guys find them helpful. I've really come to love recording video tutorials. I never thought it would be something I would enjoy. I always thought there were so many out there already. There was no place for me to do that, but guys, there's room for everybody. So I'm really enjoying it. I hope that you guys find them helpful and that you guys enjoy having those in the patterns to learn something new. I do feel like everybody has their own little twist on different techniques and tricks and tips. And so I don't know, I think they're super fun to do. Both of the patterns used Bridgefield Fiberworks yarn in the Bouquet Toss colorway. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Pinks and grays. I love it so much. So Kim has a coupon code for you guys to use in her shop on her yarns, and it is crazy15, and that will get you 15% off. I will link her shop and have the code down below this video. And then for the patterns, I have codes for you guys. So normally I'll do a coupon code. If I release a pattern on like Friday, the code's only good till Sunday. But lately I've had some people say, oh, I didn't see this. I didn't get to watch the video. So I thought, let's extend the coupon code for just a bit. These codes are going to be good until March 8th. The end of day, March 8th is when they will end. So if you want to get the sock pattern, the Sweetheart socks, you can get 15% off if you use the code SHSOCKS15. If you want to get the mitt pattern, use SHMitts15 for 15% off. If you want them both, you can get buy one, get one 50% off. You just need to add them both to your cart and then use the code SHSET, and that'll give you the mitt pattern 50% off. So a couple of different options for you guys, depending on, I know some people are only sock knitters or they don't do socks, so they might only want the mitts. So I wanted to offer all of the options for you guys. I will have links to everywhere that you can get those patterns below. I'll have all of the coupon codes listed. And like I said, if you want more look into the patterns, the link will be below for the other video that I did specifically on those patterns. So thank you guys so much to everybody who has already purchased the pattern throughout the weekend. It's been so much fun seeing you guys excited about knitting up any of the patterns that I do. I'm always shocked that people like them and want to knit them up. So I really appreciate it when you guys even just favorite them on Ravelry. It helps out so much. All right, I think that's it about the new designs. Now I have one finished object for you guys, just one. It is my February Desert Vista Dye Work socks. I finished them on February 29th in the evening, right before I went to bed. Not even kidding. So the yarn that I used was Desert Vista Dye Works in Alaska Thunder Zombody. And I love the deep, rich colors in this colorway. I knit these 2 at a time on a 40-inch ChowGoo circular needle, US 1 2.25 millimeter needles. And I did 64 stitches. And I did the heel toe do-si-do pattern, which is one of my designs. I love the chevron that this creates. It's definitely my favorite for self-striping so far. There might be something fun coming up in April for you guys, for you self-striping lovers. For these, the pattern heel toe do-si-do has instructions for a slip stitch, heel flap, and gusset. That is by far my favorite to do for socks because it fits me the best. I know everybody has different opinions and everybody's heels are different, but that's what fits me the best. So that's what I typically will do. But sometimes with self-striping, I like to do an afterthought heel. And that's what I did for these socks. So I just, after the tube was done, I cut in and basically you knit a toe. So yeah, I did an afterthought heel for those. That's the only finished object I have. I have finished a couple of other things, but they're designs. The one coming in April that I'm so excited about. I can't wait to share with you guys. That's one of the things that I finished one of the socks for. It has a couple of versions. So I have 2 more socks to do to finish out the 2 pairs, the 2 different versions. Okay, works in progress. I've got a couple to show you guys. Sorry, I'm drinking all the coffee today, but I've got such a busy day today. I need all the coffee. Do you ever have days like that? I feel like most days are like that for me. All right, the first work in progress I'm going to show you, I have in my bag that I got at the New York Sheep and Wool Festival from Matterroot. It's one of my favorite bags. I think I've showed it before. You can twist, like that's where it opens up. There's no zipper or snaps or anything, but it has these and you just roll the top down and then snap them together. Super cute. But I have just a plain vanilla sock in here. Get the label out. So the yarn I'm using is pineapple yarn. And this was from her Glow Club for November. It's brown sugared fig on her Lonnie sock, which is 75% superwash merino wool and 25% nylon. Very pretty. And I am ready to start the heel on this. It's been folded up in my bag. So I just did a plain vanilla sock. I did knit one, purl one for the cuff, and just stockinette for the sock. I've got my markers over here. I mark every 10th round. Just makes it easier to count how many rounds I've done on the leg so that then I can make the second sock to match. So I can just count by 10s, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and then I can see right there I'm up to 60. And I'm knitting this on double pointed needles. This is actually for something fun that will be coming to YouTube in a few months. These are my signature DPNs, US 1, 2.25 millimeter needles. And I did 64 stitches. I can't remember if I said that. That's what I always do for my socks, for me. So I have just been working along. I got down to the heel on this yesterday. And I have only one other whip, I think, to show. I still have my sweater, I'm blanking on what the name of the sweater is that I'm working because it's been that long since I pulled it out to work on it. But that's still in progress. If you've been watching for a while, you'll know what that one is. And I still have the blanket that I'm finishing for my dad's girlfriend. Still crocheting away on that here and there. But the only other work in progress is one that you guys have seen. This is in my Knit One and Sew Two project bag, which is now my favorite bag for my purse. It just fits so nice in there. So I think, pretty sure last week I had this done. So I've got one of these socks done. These are from my husband, Eric. And this yarn is from Yarn Cafe Creations in the Shining colorway. The cake is looking a little crazy there. But I am onto the foot. I'm on the gusset decreases right now for the second sock. We took over the weekend. There's a jet flying over right now. I think it was Saturday. We took the boys and Austin's friend Byron to the mall. They all had some money to spend, so they wanted to go to the mall. So on the way up to the mall and the way back, and then on the way, we had to take Wyatt to a birthday party that evening, and then Eric and I went out to dinner while he was at the birthday party, and I knit on these in the car. I knit on these while we sat at the bar at dinner and had a drink. Yep, got a lot done. And now I'm hoping I will finish this sock this weekend. That's my hope. I think Austin's gonna have at least one game on Saturday, I think. So I'm hoping to have that done this weekend. And I'm doing these on ChowGoo 32-inch magic loop, US 1, 2.25 millimeter needles. 64 stitches. That's what I do for Eric too. And I'm doing knit 3, purl 1 ribbing down the leg and the top of the foot. So those are the only 2 works in progress that I have to show today. I did, before I sat down to record, pick out some yarn for the next couple of socks that I want to cast on. So I thought I would share that with you guys. So my dad's birthday is coming up next month, and it's been quite a while since I've made him a pair of socks. And he's commented that he likes the socks that I made him previously. So I thought I would make him another pair of socks. So I grabbed this. This is Cascade Yarns Heritage Prints. And does this have a color number? I can't tell because the label's covering it. Color number 57 maybe? It says 57 right here. I'm not sure if that's it or not. I've actually done a pair of socks for my cousin Tommy out of this yarn before, and then Eric picked this up for me. I think it was when we were getting ready to move out here, and he went to a yarn shop that used to be in Scottsdale. It's closed down since then. It was called Jessica Knits. I'm pretty sure he got this there for me. So I thought it'd be fun to make these for my dad. Shows you on there how it works up. So I'm hoping to have these done this month and to sent out to him before his birthday next month. And then I also picked out my March yarn for my March Desert Vista Dye Works socks. And this is the Charlotte's Web colorway. And I think I'm going to do my Mahogany Run socks pattern in this yarn because I've seen it done in self-striping and it looks so nice. So I thought it would be fun to do it for my March socks. So I'm hoping to have this yarn caked up, and I want to have at least one of those pairs started by this weekend so that with basketball knitting or anything that we get into this weekend, I have a couple of socks ready to go for car knitting or basketball knitting, whatever. The only other thing that I have to show is a box that I received from my friend Natalie. Set this up here. Maybe I'll set it down on my lap. Let me go ahead and take all the stuff out and then we will chat about it. So I've known Natalie through Instagram for years now. We chat pretty regularly. We've kind of bonded over some personal things, and it's nice to have somebody that I feel I can talk to about some things that are going on in life. So she has recently started dyeing yarn. I think this is a recent thing. I don't know, maybe she did it before, but I know she's recently done these. So her Instagram is Blush Yarns. And she sent me so many goodies. So she messaged me first and asked if I would like this notebook. It says My Knitting Notes. And this was by Lane Magazine. And it's a gorgeous notebook. So I thought she was only sending me this. And then I opened the package and I was like, that's not just a notebook. But it has so many different fun things in here. You can write about your projects. And I think I'm going to save this for next year and start it next year and fill it out with my projects. You can put the date you finished. So I think it would be fun to save this for next year and start it at the beginning of the year and write down my projects in it for that year. So that was super fun to see. I love notebooks like that. And then she also sent me some cute little planner tape. A cute pin that says Department of Toasty Toes, pull your socks up. Some Young Living. She knows I use Young Living essential oils as well. And this is Northern Lights Black Spruce. I had never tried this one before. It smells amazing. And then she sent me a wax and wool candle the scent is Spring Fever. This is my first wax and wool candle and it smells amazing. And then the yarn. I was not expecting anything but the notebook. Oh my goodness, I love these. So there's some minis here on an 80/20 merino nylon base, 20 gram minis. Look how pretty those are. I love this green. Gorgeous. And then she also sent me 2 full skeins of yarn that she dyed. These are on 75% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 5% gold stellina base. And they don't have colorways listed on them, but I will link her Instagram down below for you guys. So pretty, it's sparkly. And then this one's on the same base. Gorgeous blue. So I love these so much. Thank you so much, Natalie. This was such a fun package to get, such a fun surprise to open that up. When I saw the box, I was like, there's no way there's just a notebook in there. So that was a lot of fun to get. And I think that wraps up all the knitting content for today. So just a little bit of chatter. We've had Austin's basketball season with school ended. He's still doing club ball, but his school season ended and they made it to the championship game, which was this past Monday, and they lost. It was very sad. They were so bummed. Austin was very upset after the game the whole way home. We stopped for ice cream and that made it better, but it was a tough loss. They had such a good season. The team they went up against was undefeated as well. So we knew it was going to be a good game. It was I feel like it was the only competition they really had all season. And it was a tough game. They fought hard the whole game. Austin was excited going into the game because his best friend Byron was on the other team. So he thought it would be fun to play Byron's school team. But yeah, they fought hard and they ended up losing by 4 points. It was neck and neck the whole time. Yeah, they were bummed, but I said you can't be upset about that kind of a season. You had such an amazing season. They were undefeated until that game. That's crazy. So he's feeling better about it now. They had a fun little end of the season practice last night and the coach got them pizza. So that was a fun way to end out the season, I thought. And Eric's home from his work trip. I'm very glad that he is home. He doesn't have any work trips scheduled until the summer, so that's nice. Don't have to worry about him being gone for a while. What else? Wyatt has his first flag football game this Friday, so that'll be fun. He's excited about his very first game. He's been outside practicing most evenings out in the field in front of our house. Austin was thinking about going out for the flag because Wyatt's playing flag football through our church. They have a sports league, so that's who he's playing for. And Austin was thinking about going out for the school's flag football team. Tryouts are actually today, but he's changed his mind. And I think the main reason is he doesn't want to do another sport and get injured playing another sport and then not be able to play basketball because he's that obsessed. So that's kind of what I gathered was his main thing. He does not want to get hurt doing another sport and then be out of the club ball because school season's over, but then he wouldn't be able to play club ball. So I said, whatever, it's your decision. If you want to play, we will support you. If you don't, not a big deal. You do you and you do what makes you happy. But I think that's pretty much it. I've just been working on a lot of designing. I've been doing some recording for some fun things that'll be coming up here on YouTube over the next 4 or 5 months. Yeah, just planning ahead and doing some recording, getting everything ready for something super fun that I can't wait to share with you guys. So I think that wraps it up for today. Thank you guys so much for joining me for episode 90. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I will chat with you again soon. Until then, happy knitting. Bye.